Looks great. We'll just grind it, seam seal it, and paint it.
Yeah.
Alright, car update. Cut the trans tunnel, notched it out. Now we are making a C channel that's going to go in place of where we notched out. So it'll go in like 1.5 inches, and that'll give us the clearance for the plug to be in there, kind of bending around to plug in. So I'll show you that right now. I forgot we pushed the motor back in, so you can kind of see. But now we are going to do a little grinding, and I'm gonna attempt to weld part of this C channel, and then after that grind some more, try to weld, grind some more, try to weld. Maybe after like 7 hours we can seam seal it and get it ready to go in.
Word. Maybe grind it. You know, it shrank so much.
You two shot of me on camera?
Woo! Got some penetration.
Gale's Fab and Performance. Hit them up. $100 an hour. No, I think we would have to pay somebody to weld that shit.
With that flux core, like, I don't know how people, I mean, I've seen videos of people do pretty good with the flux core shit, but not me.
Oh yeah. Hot. Looks great. We'll just grind it, seam seal it, and paint it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna grind it.
Patch panel and literally a fender from a riding lawnmower, and obviously a good amount of modification, but it fits. It's touching, but not like crazy. Like there's still some room. And yeah, here's where the panel is at in regards to the cross member. There's this curved piece of the tunnel, and then here it was a, flattish piece, kind of. And then we did have to dent in this corner right here for the pan to fit this corner. Other than that, she's good to go. Seam sealer on. Ugly? Yes. Is it gonna work? Yes, very well. So, once this dries, probably overnight, then I will do spray on undercoating. Then we're good to go. Day or two later, my dad put a hole in this for me while I was at work, and it goes into the glove box. So let me show you from the inside. Perfect. So we'll be able to mount the Holley in the glove box and just route the wires straight through this hole into the engine. So we've got the Holley box right here, and I'm gonna open it up and get to hooking stuff up, I guess. Kind of scary. Just got the Holley mounted. How sweet. I used industrial strength Velcro and mounted it. I really hope the glove box can close, but in line, see there's the hole. All these cords will just go straight through there, and this way the bottom of the glove box will actually still be usable. And if we mounted it in the bottom, then the Terminator would be out more and down, and then the cords would be like going up and have to worry about them having to move due to the glove box moving. So this seemed like the smarter route, and it's pretty discreet, except for when you pop open the glove box, these lights are going to be lit up. So pretty cool, I think. What's up, guys? Long time no see. Been a while since I've documented the LS Beamer project. Sorry if I'm a little shaky. I had coffee and a Red Bull this morning. So I'm on my lunch break. Since the last time you've seen it, motor and trans is in for the final time. I had to take it out once. So we got the whole trans tunnel thing figured out. I had to take it out once because I had it in, thought it was ready to go. There was a broken header bolt stud stuck in the, the hole in the head. So take the motor out, get that piece out, put the motor back in. There's one on the other side that I somehow didn't see when I was checking. So that was a whole ordeal. Headers are on just for mock-up purposes. Converter bolts are in, cross members in, trans is plugged in. That's pretty much it for plugging in stuff. And I got some steam ports. I bought them a long time ago, like when I first started this project, and it said that they would work with my LS1 intake, but I put them on and I could tell immediately. Set the intake down and the intake's like this far from ceiling. So I got some that some dude recommended to me on TikTok. He's actually LS swapping an E92 and found me on TikTok coincidentally, sent me a link to these ones and they're supposed to work. So I'm gonna try them out and see if they work. Here they are, flexible and fitting. So I guess the idea is that it's gonna go maybe below this snout and then up and over. I'm not sure, but we're gonna figure out. Okay, little update because I didn't get to put the steam ports on the other day. Got to them yesterday. They are hooked up. Excuse me. It's a little hard to figure out. There was no instructions at all, but we figured something out. Got the fuel liner in. This one's disconnected because we're doing the Holley wiring. And I wish I could have recorded it, but it's just way too hard to, record yourself. And, I just end up with too much wasted footage. So, fuel line's plumbed. That's from the tank. Goes to the flex fuel sensor. From the flex fuel sensor over here to the rail. So, part of the Holley's wired up. We got a bunch of stuff to move around, but some of it is wired up. And I routed some of the wires that were over here, the loose ones, cut the harness open, the sheathing, and then moved them back into the box so they're out of the way. So that's what I've been doing. And now these are my injector adapters I got a while back to adapt the Holley Delphi connectors to EV6. So it came with this ugly hard plastic sheathing stuff. So I'm gonna put shrink tube, whatever, on here and try to make them better. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Alright, here's the update of the update. I don't know where this left off, but car is mostly hooked up. The only things that aren't hooked up right now is like the throttle body, coolant temp sensor, and manifold air temp sensor because we don't have a tube set up yet, intake filter set up. So that's the only things that aren't hooked up, and then like the loose Holley wires. But other than that, the Holley is hooked up. All the plug and play connections, except for the ones I just listed, are hooked up. Steam ports are hooked up. They're a little sloppy right now because we're still plugging and routing everything in. I mean, it's all plugged in, but we still got to route it a little bit. And yeah, we're just leaving space so we don't have to undo and redo stuff over and over. Fuel lines are hooked up. I think I already went over that. And then still got to figure out the steering shaft problem because of me swapping the front subframe. And we have to measure for a drive shaft, get a shifter, hook up the AC, because we got to make AC lines, get power steering lines made, and yeah, hook up the heater core cooling system. So I'll flip the camera around and show you. This is how she sits right now. Ignore the bag, but plugged in. I still have some wires I need to loom, but I loomed the injector harnesses that I got to swap them because I already went over that. Y'all know why. So there's the rat's nest for now. I split the harness and moved stuff I'm not going to use to that box to get it out the way so I didn't have a bunch of extra stuff over here. Got a new tensioner that'll go right here because O'Reilly's gave me a 1-bolt tensioner. I needed the 2-bolt. So I've got that. I just need to get the bolts for it because it doesn't come with bolts. It's awesome. And I have an alternator, obviously. Power steering lines we're going to have to figure out and have them made at Napa. And we'll probably have them make our AC lines as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it, other than what I already said. Steering shaft, obviously. And then exhaust. Yeah, exhaust. But next video, I might just fire it up because I want to see it run before we completely button it up. And by the next video, it should be able to, because I plan on hooking up the last stuff I need to hook up this week. So preferably tomorrow, but been in a bit of a slump. So yeah, that's my bad. I don't know. I've been in a bit of a slump recently. Losing my grandpa kind of put everything off course. I haven't really wanted to do anything recently. I kind of lost motivation for a little bit, but I'm ready to get this thing back. Yeah, I was just, I don't know, upset, bummed. I'd promised him that I would take him for a ride in this thing. I obviously never got to, so that's kind of been like fucking with my head, or it was, you know. I'm trying to get over it. Can't do nothing about it. I want to finish it because I know obviously he'd want it finished, and I need to finish it. It's my car. It's supposed to be my daily, so that's why things have been crazy recently. I've worked on it here and there, but it's also been like in the 90s, and it gets incredibly hot in the garage. There's absolutely zero AC in here, so I might end up buying some AC because it's just incredibly hot. And when it's hot in here, it's also humid because it's humid in Arkansas. Obviously, it's the South. So it just makes it damn near impossible to work in here. But those are the things I got to do. I'm working on it. Also, like, I tried to get the steering shaft shortened by some guy that my brother knows that welds, and he's had it for like 2 weeks now and hasn't gotten around to it. So, you know, I kind of need that to put the car back together. That's why it doesn't have a header on the driver's side, because I'm not going to put everything together over there without the steering shaft in place. And then, you know, got to hook up the line. So that's that. This is the update. Sorry for such a long gap in between my videos. I know some people do like seeing these, so thank you for those that do watch and support the videos. I'm shaking because my shoulder hurt. Swapped hands. But, yeah, that's the update. Thank you for watching. I will try to upload more consistently now. My buddy just got a E90 335 with an M54, and it's already kind of broken. He got it for $3,300, so we're definitely going to be doing some videos on that. It needs a, it's going to get a new valve cover gasket, spark plugs, maybe coils. It just got a Walbro 450 in-tank low pressure fuel pump, so definitely we'll be doing some videos on that too. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for this. I'm going to get back to it. I swear. I'm sorry for the wishy-washy uploads. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.